Thanks so much, Julie. So yeah, to introduce myself, my name is Shiden Gouran. I'm the president and CEO of Home Jinni의 Inc. So before we talk about exactly what we're doing, let's talk about the industry trend. Let's talk about cell phones, for example. Cell phones are no longer a product. They're no longer, just a phone. Their identity is sort of melting away, and what they're becoming actually is a window to a world of products. So, one person's cell phone means totally a different thing to another person, even if it's the same cell phone. And the same thing is actually happening with TV sets. We're headed to that direction as well, where they're becoming smart devices and platforms to an infinite number of products, really. Oh, okay. There we go. Thanks. Okay. And that's what this conference is about, actually. It's about these devices becoming smart and really enabling software. Now, Home Jinnie is actually more interested in turning the whole home into a platform. And that's the solution that we've built and what we're working on. We've really focused on these industry verticals here. So media management, home surveillance, gaming on demand, home resource management, by that I mean home energy management and even smart water management, unified communications, and what we're really creating here is an application level router and platform for the home. And that's what the set-top box is evolving to be. It's actually not a set-top box anymore. It's a gateway. So again, we've really chosen to work with these certain services because we know that these make sense in a home and people will buy them today. There's a huge demand for these services today. And that's what we've really created. So to talk a bit more about this, there are other companies who are offering these solutions, but they're not really creating a platform. What we're doing is creating a platform where third parties can easily plug their solutions right into the box and provide these services to their customers. So for surveillance, whether you're an ADT or anybody else, you can plug your solution right into the box and sell it. And we're working with major telecom vendors who actually integrate from the cloud side the billing systems and everything that third-party service providers can easily deploy their services to. We'll talk about each of these verticals, through the presentation. So here's why we think that a telco or a last-mile provider is actually perfect for these services. One of them is you need a gateway in the home. So by just leveraging what the telco has already deployed in the home, you don't have to make that huge investment. You don't have to be a hardware company. You can just be the service provider and the software provider. A lot of these services really can benefit from QoS and a managed network. For health, for example, which is a vertical that we're not actually targeting, but it does fit this model, you want to make sure you have a robust network. And if an aged parent or somebody is wearing a Holter monitor, that they get the proper data to the hospital or whoever it is. Same for security. You want to know that thing is up all the time. And we'll talk exactly why, for each of these, the telco as the reseller channel really makes sense. So why would smart homes work today as opposed to like 10 years ago or 5 years ago? Well, for one thing, we know that there's going to be a lot of smart TV sets out there, and that's a device to control and really interact with in the home. So according to iSupply, there'll be 148 million TV sets by 2014. Virtually all new Blu-ray players are connected devices today. Here it's been so for a lot longer, but North America is catching up to that. According to the GSMA, there will be 50 billion connected devices by 2025. And even if you look at the lowest end ARM processors today that are being put in refrigerators, they're quite powerful. They're more powerful than my first Windows 95 machine. So this gives you a lot of devices in the home. And when you have a lot of devices in the home that are this intelligent, when they interact with each other, you're actually creating something that's a lot more valuable than just the device itself. It turns out that this is called Metcalfe's law, and interacting devices are exponentially more valuable. I mean, this has been the trend than standalone devices. And this is what we really want to leverage. So let's talk about the first vertical that we're following, smart TVs. So what does Home Jinnie provide? We provide a unified experience for all these vast different media sources, whether it's internet TV, social TV, so getting media from your social networks and also recommendations from your social network, the home area network, IPTV, all of these are united through one search engine and one search client that's on the box. And this is what we provide. And as I mentioned before in my last talk, the whole delineation between IPTV and smart TV is an artificial one. They're really both the same thing. Another vertical that we do provide a solution for is unified communications. So these multimedia gateways in the home and these smart televisions give you a huge opportunity to make the TV a two-way device. And I don't mean just Twitter. That's great that you can comment on a sports game or whatever, but it goes beyond that. I mean, you can bring the whole power of video conferencing, sharing media real time with your friends, and we provide a solution for that. So right now we've really focused on providing Skype, Facebook, IMS, RCS, but we've created this to be extensible. So we actually have found a service provider who wants to implement MSN Messenger as part of the system as well. And we leave this open to third parties to bring all sorts of systems and islands and unify it through a box. So home surveillance, what we've done for home surveillance is we've looked at the absolute minimum number of functionality that's common right now amongst all these platforms, all the major security and surveillance companies in North America. And we've created a cookie cutter template where anybody can integrate their surveillance system. And we're really targeting the mid-range market, the mid-range integrator who can't deploy their whole, their own box to the end user, but who can build their own software and package. And by building to our system, they can easily deploy and have a full solution that's competitive to an ADT or so on. Gaming on demand. This is actually an embedded video. So for gaming on, and unfortunately I can't play it right now, but for gaming on demand, what we've done is look at what makes sense again from a telco perspective. And what really does make sense there is that a telco can offer things like federation of games, playing you're on Verizon's network, but you want to play a game when you're overseas. We provide a method where the authentication happens and they can easily integrate all of that into it. Presence, speaking to somebody while you're playing a game. A service provider can actually guarantee the quality of service and the fact that the quality of service won't affect the quality of the game. So both communicating with the person and playing the game will be high quality. This particular video that we're actually going to show is another thing that service providers can really, last mile providers can really offer their customers is that they're the only people that can offer cloud-based game rendered solutions right now, because they're the only people that can host these solutions on their head ends to offer the latencies you really need for that. And we are actually providing a solution in cooperation with a GPGU vendor, one of the major ones for this, targeted specifically for DOCSIS 3 networks. And you'll see more of that at Mobile World Congress, where we're actually showing it off. So again, just to talk about where we're going with this, 2011 at CES, we will be demonstrating the full suite of our products. And at March, we will actually be demonstrating at Mobile World Congress how we control the whole home and some of the advanced features such as the gaming on demand. And announcing who our partners are for this. Resource management is one that I forgot to mention, but it's here right now. So what we also think that this is going to be something that's going to be really valuable, especially with the way governments are going and all the incentives are giving people for managing energy usage in the home. And what we provide is ways for people to send alerts via SMS, email, and TV pop-ups if the price of electricity reaches a certain level. We tie into advanced demand response systems so that you can actually control devices in your home that right now work nicely with the standards that are being defined by some of these standards bodies. And it's again a solution that works out of the box. It's a turnkey solution. Thank you, and that's pretty much it.